Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Filip Maleňák, and I'm CEO of NG-SOS platform. It's an honor to be here. Good morning again. And I'd like to, on a few slides, present what we are doing and why we are doing what we started already 10 years ago. As I said, my name is Filip Maleňák, and I'm a CEO of the company. And together with my colleague Pavel Miller, who is also sitting in this room, we both started a project 10 years ago because we both work also in a field as an emergency car or in a helicopter, and trying to help on one side the patient, on the other side to the dispatchers and responding crews. The first idea was in 2012 when I was a student, and I still like to go to the mountains, and I was thinking about locating the callers in the mountain area, and but also if I'm driving and in a terrain where I'm not familiar with. And this was in the days where there was no AML and other kind of systems, and I was thinking, if my phone can give me a location of the nearest pizzeria, why it shouldn't be able to help me if I'm in an emergency. And that was the initial goal, to change the things, how we call emergency services, and enhance the data set that is being sent from our smartphone to the emergency control room. So we created something what we call NG-SOS, which is a modular platform and solution for effective communication between caller, PSAP, and responding crew. We want to enhance standard communication without the need to change current procedures or huge investment in the control rooms. And to give an example how the system is working, I'd like to show you 3 stories with some of the heroes. There will be a callers, there will be a dispatchers, and there will be a crew. And talking about the callers, we will have 3 types of callers. We will have somebody who is driving, a family who is driving and is witness to a car accident. We will have a deaf caller with the bleeding, and we will have a guy who is preparing himself to go to the mountains and want to be safe. So the first story, let's imagine a situation when you're driving with your family and you see a car accident just in front of you. So what you're going to do, you take your smartphone and you call 112. You are connected to the nearest dispatch center. In these days, the dispatch center receives a call, and at the same time, because you have a smartphone and you are in a country where AML is active, they also have your location. But they want to know more about what is happening there. Because they have more calls from the same incident, and there are more callers who are explaining the situation from a different perspective. So the dispatch center would like to start a video with you. You don't have any app installed, so what they can do, they are sending you something what we call Smart Link, and you just press the link, and you are connected over WebRTC with the dispatch center. This is how it looks from the dispatcher point of view. They start a new incident. Either this platform is capable of connecting or integrating with the CAD software, so they just move the telephone number to our system, or it's automatically put in our system, and the caller receives SMS, clicks on the SMS, accept access to camera, and you have again precise location. You have the video from the scene of the incident with also possibility to control the camera of the caller. And this is the real situation, how it looks like. So it's not really smooth here because the recording wasn't made through our system. The recording is from the computer of the CAD software. Normally in our system it's very smooth, but as you can see, the crew arrives, and the dispatcher can really be with the witnesses till the first crew arrives. But there is also another patient who needs a CPR on the scene of the incident, and because the dispatch center is using our platform, they are able to send a metronome instead of telling to the caller, please press the chest now. They just send the metronome, and the metronome is opened on the phone of the caller without need to download any app or anything. The only thing that he needs is an internet connection. And here is a real situation where this platform was helping last year. So video-assisted CPR is something where we made quite a lot of success on the dispatch center where our tool is implemented. And there is also a responding crew who is going to the scene of the incident, and sometimes the information for the dispatcher is very important, but we want to also pass all the informations to the responding crew, so they are able to see where they are going and how the situation on the scene of the incident looks like. So in our platform, they just type telephone number of the first responder of the crew, and he receives also a link without need to install any app. So it can be a volunteer working on a EMS or fire station, and he just opens the link and see the same thing as the dispatcher sees. So it's a mobile version of what you saw on a dispatch center. So on this story, what I wanted to show you is how the platform can help you to pass vital information, enhance information to the standard calls between dispatcher, caller, and responding crew. Another situation is a deaf caller with bleeding, and because he can't talk, he can use our app for emergency calling. The app is capable of providing location, identification, some pre-classification, and we also implemented real-time text. So let's see the real example. I'm a caller who can't talk, so I press I can't talk in the app. I press that I'm bleeding, and the app creates an event in the system, send it to the PSAP, send it to the our portal, which is connected to the PSAP, and the caller can start typing. And as you saw, it's a real-time text, and the dispatcher can reply, asking if he can provide a video. Yes, the video is started, and because the user has an app, the video, there is a push notification directly to the app to start the video. So it doesn't work with the SMS link, but it works with the push notification, and the video is started. And at the same time, I have a real situation here where the platform helped. This is a caller that cut himself and called to the emergency service that he is bleeding desperately and he needs an ambulance. And the ambulance actually wasn't sent because the dispatcher was able to see how the situation looks like. It wasn't so crucial, so he could save his resources and send the caller to the nearest emergency department. And the third situation is a hiker who is preparing to the mountains. On the caller side, as I presented at the beginning, we don't need to have any app installed in case of emergency. So the emergency calling process we can do with the smart link. But to have a mobile app is a nice benefit. It's like having a avalanche backpack or something like that if you go to the mountains. So if you want to be more safe, you just have the app because you want to be you want to have more information, and maybe this information can be vital to you not to get to the emergency situation. And this is exactly how we are trying to work with the users of our apps, which we have in 4 different countries in EU. And this is the app that we created for mountain rescue service in Slovakia. And the app is providing not only these emergency calling features, but also there is a public warning, first aid procedures, digital logbook of trips, avalanche reports, are also AED mapping, which was presented yesterday by some of my colleagues on the AED session. So the hiker is preparing to go to the mountains, so he has the mountain rescue app, and he can log into the book of tours to write his start point, his destination. He can put all the members of the group inside, and in case he's not reaching his destination in the set time, the app gives him a warning. If he doesn't confirm that he is okay, the app warns everybody who was added in the app before. If they not respond, the app automatically calls for the mountain rescue service with the last location known. So this is a preparation for the hike. And at the same time, the app can send, in case that the user wants that, every morning you get the situation in the mountains in the region that you chose over the push notification. So we are trying to work with the users before they go somewhere where they potentially can be in danger. And maybe based on this information that the app gave him, he will not go to the mountains this day. So what is NG-SOS? Again, it's a modular platform that provides web-based tool for caller, web-based app, mobile and web-based app for responding crew, and the portal which can be part of the CAD software. And everything which you see has an API, so can be also integrated in any third-party softwares. Talking about the NG-SOS apps, which was actually the beginning of what we are doing. We are now in 4 EU countries, having 4 million downloads nearly, initiated more than 180,000 emergency calls. And for me personally, one of the most important things that we wanted to ensure cross-border functionality over the countries where we operate, but not only over the countries where we operate. Even in those 3 countries, for example, in some parts of Austria, there are some other apps working, and we are connected by our interfaces. And how it works, the cross-border functionality, no matter which app you have, which national app you have. You can go, for example, from Hungary to Austrian mountains. You don't have to download the Austrian app. The Hungarian app works there as well. And not only it works, it also gives you, because it pretends that you can't talk German if you are in Austria, so it shows you the can't talk widget if you are in a foreign country, because sometimes if you go abroad and you can't speak the language, you are actually in the same situation as somebody who is unable to speak. So we are also trying to change this or break this language barrier, because if you are with Hungarian app in Austria, the app shows you what happened in Hungarian. You click on the buttons in Hungarian, and the emergency services in Austria receives it in German. The new member of our family of apps will be the Notruf Bayern, the new app which is now being developed for Bavarian Red Cross. And talking about the apps, I just wanted to emphasize that our mission is also to provide a tool for to prevent emergency situation. That's why part of the apps is also first aid module, which was created with the European Resuscitation Council, medical points of interest. We are very active in AED mapping, and also the app can be an endpoint for a national public warning system. So if you have a national public warning system and you want to push the data to the emergency app, we are capable of receiving it. And this worked, for example, very well in COVID, where we were able to push the restriction, everything. The state was pushing it over SMS, and also we were able to show it in the app much faster than, for example, over SMSs. Yeah. I would like to really emphasize that we are an open platform and we have an initiative. So no matter if you have your own app, we can integrate with you on a really collaboration basis. It's not a business project, this collaboration. It's something that if you have your own app in your country and you want to be part of this international cooperation, that your app will work in our countries, our will work in your countries, you can join our platform free of charge. We'll just make some memorandum, exchange the APIs, and the apps can communicate to each other. I'll be happy to, if other apps can join this initiative, so the family of the cooperating apps can talk to each other. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Okay. I saw that sponsored by the Vodafone Foundation, and firstly I want to congratulate you on everything you've done. I only work in America, and this is like really powerful to see the collaboration. So it says powered by the Vodafone Foundation. So are you a non-profit or are you a business? And just understanding, like in terms of in partnerships and things like that.
Thanks for that questions. We are a private company, and we are always trying to find a right model for the country where we are. And we found out then that sometimes to buy a new software or buy our tool for countries, it's not easy, even though it's not expensive at all. So we are trying to find some partnership with private companies who can support the emergency services. So at the end, for example, in Hungary or in part of the Czech Republic, the software is actually supported by Vodafone Foundation, and the emergency services are using it for free. And Austria is our normal customer, so there is no private partner behind. And Vodafone is supporting us because they want to show how technology can save lives. So it's a great collaboration. Every country which has a Vodafone as a telco operator is now having chance that if they like our technology, we can implement it and we can operate it for a couple of years without any costs on the emergency services to prove that the technology is really helping. And then the emergency service can decide if they want to continue or not. So if you are from Vodafone country, you can easily ask us and we can get in touch. And this is exactly how, for example, Germany is being made, where customer is the Bavarian Red Cross, and the resources for the development are covered by Vodafone Foundation, who is then a partner of the technology, because they want to show that the technology, 5G and other things, are here to help people, how to save lives, for example. And we are a great example for them how to show that this technology can save lives. Any other questions? Yeah. If not, thank you very much again.
I'll put the timer. So, hello guys. I'm happy to be here. You know, this is a unique experience for me because I haven't presented in circus area, so I'm afraid if floor goes down and then lions come out somewhere. But let's hope that it's not so. So, what I'm going to tell you is about our product, as we call it in general. EMI, which we see, that was discovery from EENA conference in Riga, which happened in 2021. When we visited that, we understood that our solution in some extent is unique because we are covering all emergency services within our solution. And some words about our company. Our background is we are coming from medical area. Therefore, company name is Meditech, but our product is EMI. We're leading IT solution developer in Latvia with 24 years, and last 12 years we're working with emergency services. We started with EMS. We're a team of 75 professionals. We have more than 100 customers, mostly in healthcare area, but now we have some also here. I'm happy to see you from emergency services. And other products of our company is doctor's office, which is covering services for hospitals and doctor's offices. And okay. Thank you. 1122, yes, it's working. And we have also an app, which might be a partner of colleague here. So, customers, briefly, as I said, emergency medical services, and then now we have a big European Union funded project of implementing NG-112 in Latvia, which we are doing together with our partner Information Center of Ministry of Interior and State Police, Emergency Medical Services, and firefighters and Rescue Center. And as I mentioned, also these healthcare institutions. So this is predecessor where we started. So this product was used by EMS in year 2011. So very nice interface. I'm sure functionality also was quite useful. But then we replaced it with our solution when we launched it in 2013. And then shortly development. This is how it looks now. Then we started to work with municipalities, and this is early warning system for one city municipality, which we developed within our product. And then also there is in Latvia emergency medical services special medicine center, where are okay, where are experts who help hospitals around the Latvia, because not that's a part of show. Just to wake you up. Okay, so and one part of our product also covers these functions. So consultancy services for hospitals where there are no experts for some particular field, and also they have dispatching service if there is some surgeon needed outside Riga. Then they are also servicing all this within our solution. And then here are all our current developments, blurred because our artist said that this is confidential information, we cannot dissolve it. And therefore, this is not like bug, it's just intentionally. So, yeah, and here we are at our current biggest project, which is 112 in Latvia, which we are launching in weeks, probably. We have finished our development. We are just waiting for training and customer side. And so, yes, as I mentioned in the beginning, so we are covering all within our solution, and we see that there is a big advantage for our customer, because all call takers need, all dispatchers need, all service workers and field need are within one solution. So we have contact center, we have computer-aided dispatch, we have emergency response functions, all included within different devices, different environments, and we have integrated GIS. What does it mean? So we have all GIS information within one solution: AML, eCall, everything what we get from different devices, and also all resource information. We have data from all locations of all crews, of all devices, which are used during rescue work, and so this helps a lot for information exchange. Yeah, and here are all our core services which are covered within EMI. So, as I mentioned, yeah, all is here. We have also 112 apps, public apps, which are quite like your. So there's also I will touch it later on a little bit. And what is great that we have seamless data exchange with hospitals and law enforcement offices, and also quite impressive data analysis tools, and recent development within EMS is artificial intelligence. We are having at the moment 7 years of constant data flow, which we are analyzing currently with AI tools, and we are starting to predict when call comes in, what will be, for instance, which one will be the best crew to appoint to this event, what will be times, what will be potential result. When call comes in, we are checking all information which is gathered, and then artificial intelligence tools can say, is it dangerous, is it there possible death or hospitalization? So this is already what we have, and I hope that when we start 112 project, at moment of time we'll have data to analyze and to see what. And also one very interesting feature, we have partner in Latvia, EENA, and we have developed emergency navigation app which works like not like Waze or Google, which works just in one way, making route. We have routing in through 3 different ways. First is regular traffic, then there is specific emergency routing, which is with allowed left turns, And then there is extreme, which allows to route opposite of one-way streets. So this is also an app which we are very proud of. So, and of course, we have app, which is for emergency rescue organizations to work on the field. So, and then, of course, I would need 8 hours to speak, to tell all about our solution, but let's see a little bit what's inside it. So, in general, what is our core business object for EMI? It's emergency case. So we are calling in Latvian it's VEC. Direct translation is a common unified ticket. We translate it in English as emergency ticket because it was hard to find good translation. And this is some object where all the information is gathered. So it comes from contact center with all possible incoming communication channels. Then there are call plans. We have criteria-based 140 call plans currently for 112, and which depends on emergency case. For instance, if there is a car accident or whatever, then form opens. There was a session yesterday. My colleague told that we have done everything right, like industry wants to see. So this is very powerful module for setting a call and for gathering necessary information. So meaning like call taker doesn't need hours of training, he just sees a form which he needs to fill in. Then we have internal CRM module and then map module, which I already mentioned. And as you can see on on-site person on their tablet, they see the same. Of course, there are limitations of access to the information. Not everybody is getting information of all the resources. But in general, on your tablet, you can see all the same information what sees dispatcher, what sees call taker, meaning AML, e-call, and also resources which are allocated to that case. And then we have also a powerful resource accountability module, where employees, crew planning, and all the reporting and technical resources. For instance, in case if EMS is going on site and giving some shots or tablets or any medical treatments, so everything is, all the information is gathered, and on their system it's already written down what's used, what's done, and also in the medical records everything is recorded initially. So yeah, and here we can see we can have number of reports, either calls, e-calls, SMS, reports from public app, from emergency resource app, meaning like, for instance, hospital can report that there is a car accident or vice versa. And from the emergency ticket, which is, as I said, core business object, we have different tasks for different emergency service organizations. And as a result of the of work done on site, we have either we can initiate case in case of state police. We can send health record to hospitalization institution, or we can have summary in some not so important cases. So in general, everything is around this emergency ticket, which contains all the information about some actual case. So, and yeah, we have also, beside of these core business objects within our system, we see everything about work shift plans, crews, vehicles, all the information. So for instance, if there is a vehicle with some specific technical options, so then this information is stored in the system and everybody who needs can see that. We have also some personal data with of people who are involved in some different events. So meaning like information about their fines, their guns, in case if emergency medical services are going to place. So they want to see if there is somebody who has a registered gun. It's not a problem in Latvia. Might be the biggest problem, the bigger problem in States. But anyway, in Latvia, medical services wants to see if somebody is having a gun in the address. So, and we are storing all the planned routes and real. So as I said, there are these 3 ways of routing. In general, dispatcher tells to the crew which route to use in each particular case. And then afterwards, they can compare what's the result. Meaning like if they went by this second option, which is like allowing left turns, then they can see if there is a positive result in case when they're getting to the site. Call plans mentioned already. We have also a very interesting feature, which is like attracting external services to the case, and this is like any kind of external services. Either there are people who are cleaning the site, either there are people who are pumping water from somewhere or closing the road, wherever. So this information is also stored. And talking about GIS, there are specific GIS layers for each ERO. And so for instance, so there is stored all the information dispatcher want to see, starting from where are hydrants, where are hospitals, where are I don't know, border crossing points or whatever. All particular information which is needed for each ERO is stored within the system. So we have call records, all information about person, about vehicle. For instance, for firefighter crews, we need to see where are the vehicles with ladders, or for instance, if there is fire higher than 16th floor, they need different equipment, and also everything which is related to work on water, audit records, which is like hygiene factor, technical resources, addresses, and so on. Yeah, I'm closing my time. Just 2 slides about other guys within our company. If there is somebody from medical services, might be interesting. Yeah, about our Ārsta or doctor's office solution, where are all these modules covered. And also, as I mentioned, we have an app which is already 6-7 years on air, so which is pretty similar. We started also, EML was not on place. We started with a possibility to send a message to EMS that here I am, so I have a problem. And so, yeah, time for questions, and you can visit our booth, we can demonstrate our solution, we can speak with you, we can try to find partnerships. So, anybody? Yeah.
You use third-party software. You have the telephonic part, I guess, and the GIS part. Do you use third-party?
Yes, we are. I would say, we are integrating with different third-party softwares, and we are integrating with different external registers. For instance, state person registry, state vehicle registry. So there are integrations, of course, because we are not holder of all this information. We are just using. And yeah, and regarding to GIS, we have integration with different state address service and routing services are within our system, but yeah, we are using a lot of external sources. And in case if somebody would be interested of using our app, there would be definitely a work to integrate with some other systems. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And welcome to our booth. Yeah.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Good to see you. It's my first time here at EENA conference. Hope everyone of you is awake. In the next 20 minutes, we're going to talk about how to launch your national emergency app system in 90 days. And to make sure that every one of you is awake and not fell asleep, I need your collaboration for my first question. I ask you to raise your hand. Please raise your hand, everyone. Everyone raising your hand? I see a lot of raised hands. So I want to know from you, who has been involved personally or as organization in launching an emergency app system already? Okay, so I see some experts in the room. Thank you very much. And I hope for the rest of you who has not been involved yet, I have some insights for you in my presentation. So, who am I? My name is Andreas Matthies, and I'm Managing Director of bevuta IT and responsible for the product development and the strategic partnerships. And I'm not alone here at EENA conference.
So yeah, my name is Martin Welp. I'm the technical program manager for the NORA emergency app system in Germany, and I'm also responsible for the interoperability parts of this project. And yeah, I'm into all this technical stuff, so that's why I'm here today to support Andreas. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. So let's jump into the topic. First of all, who are we? bevuta IT is an experienced telecommunication tech company. It's operating since 1999. And we have a team of diverse experts, tech experts especially, across Europe. And our goal is to save helping lives and to empower local communities through advanced technology. And if you're thinking, why should I even listen to Andreas' talk in the next 80 minutes? I brought you some numbers. The first number I brought you is this one, the target group. So we look at 22.6 million people unable to speak, unable to perform a regular emergency call over the telephone. And this group didn't have a solution for the market we are operating in Germany and in many other countries in Europe. So 1.5 years ago, we started NORA emergency app system in Germany. It's the official emergency app system for all over Germany. We have been issued by the federal states of Germany, and our software is running in 300 PSAPs in Germany, so it's covering all over Germany, police, medical, and so on. And we have 15,000 or over 15,000 PSAP operators where we rolled out our solution to overnight. We have more than 425,000 users registered in the last time, and looking at 16,000 real emergency calls processed. And what's special about the setup is that we are running redundantly on several sites in Germany, so we have no downtime at all, and looking at a 100% uptime for the time being. And our users are quite happy. We have 4.5 stars as for the app rating in the App and Play Store. So if you're wondering what are the main features what NORA offers its users today, first of all, it's the emergency call without speech. So we work with a questionnaire, which is and a text-based communication. We determine the location, we offer the chat-based communication, and a silent emergency call. And you don't need to make a regular phone call at all. So we are wondering, the technology is here. We have heard about Filip's solution, NG-SOS, our solution. So the question is, why are there still people who can use such products? So we identified 8 main challenges you might also face. So your challenge number 1 we see is pressing EU regulation. So the EU is introducing regulations and can take legal action against member states not complying. This is exactly what happened in Germany. Your challenge number 2, you're risking public money by investing in sometimes outdated setups. We hear a lot about NG-112, WebRTC, ZIP, Total Conversation, RTT, and so on. So the question is, why do you really need to care about it? Your third challenge, lacking budgets that are limiting your ability to fund critical equipment and solutions. Your challenge number 4, demanding IT security, looking at data breaches, cyber attacks, outages, regulatory non-compliance, and many more. And if you look at a country like Germany, but maybe also your country, we see a heterogeneous IT infrastructure in PSAPs, low interoperability between IT systems, and sometimes they are outdated. Your challenge number 6, there are many challenges, 8 of them. Shortage of skilled dispatchers, leading to a reduced availability and increasing risk lives. I heard a session yesterday about the Great Resignation, so that's exactly what it's all about. Your challenge number 7, handling false emergency calls, wasting resources, time, and undermining the citizens' confidence in the emergency call system. And last but not least, many of you have maybe seen it, organizational challenges when introducing new systems, resistance to change, lack of training, technical issues, and disruptions in workflows. So these are the 8 main challenges we see. And we ask ourselves, okay, what can we offer as a solution? So our solution is to enable you to launch your national emergency app system within 90 days to address your challenges. How do we do it? So the key is our plug-and-play software as a service. So we deliver your national emergency app system in a highly reliable, scalable, and interconnected way as software as a service, and as I said, literally overnight. So what's so special about this plug-and-play software as a service? First of all, full control. So the server hardware is 100% owned and located in the EU and running redundantly on multiple sites. So there's no AWS or any other American cloud service provider running your software. I saw the Americans already. So this is completely under our own control or on your site. It's tested by reality. We have seen SMS attacks, PSAP phishing attacks, strong load scenarios, and so on. And this is very special, especially in Germany, it runs in every PSAP because we have a fully fledged web app with data interfaces connecting to any system of your choice.
So yeah, I want to tell you a bit about the technical aspects of the system. So you already suspected, I think, that we have a mobile app because this is about the equivalent access emergency call app. So we are connecting via HTTP to our server systems. We are using multiple data centers. You can basically choose how many redundant sites you like to have to ensure the high availability of the system. And on the other side, we are able to connect to any computer-aided dispatch system, or if you like, you can also use our PSAP web app, which just needs internet connection. So it's also connected via HTTP to our data centers. And yeah, so it basically connects anywhere.
So I have my, it's not working.
Not working?
Not working. So I use this one, perfect. Okay, so, and if you're now thinking, but how does that help me to launch it in 90 days? Here's how. So first of all, we had this question already, how to get funded. We got the project framework, the resources and the answers to help you get commissioned. We train your existing staff to use it in your official language in a dedicated test environment with real-life examples, and we include video courses for self-education. And that's really a key when introducing such a system all over the country. We offer continuous support for every user with a team of experts available 24/7 for you and your PSAP operators, and if you have like phishing attacks in mind, you really need support all day long. And as a result, we help you sleep quietly at night. So last but not least, let me show you how our solution directly addresses your challenges. So first challenge, pressing EU regulation. So we offer this quick launch in 90 days. Risking public money, we have a future-proof software as a service. Lacking budget, we assist you in getting funded. Demanding IT security, we have seen a lot of real-life scenarios already. Heterogeneous IT infrastructure, we offer the web app and the data interfaces that connect to any system. Shortage of skilled dispatchers, we train your existing staff close to reality. Handling false emergency calls, we have multiple flagging methods in the system. And organizational challenges, well, the key is an easy-to-use system. So our question, or my question to you is, what will you name your emergency app system? And I would be happy if you ask us 2 questions, not just one.
So, questions?
No questions? Yeah, sure.
How do you flag and detect false calls?
We have a bunch of methods to help the PSAP operators on the one hand flag the calls and also notice other PSAP operators that maybe a certain user has been flagged already. And on the other hand, we are using a big set of mechanisms to prevent false emergency calls right away, so that let's say abusive users can't attach to the system right in the beginning. So it's not one single message in the end.
We do. We have a registration authentication process in the beginning, and we realized also that's quite crucial to detect those malicious users in the system.
So more questions?
Well, we are here all day long, so we are happy to ask any questions afterwards. And thank you for your attention, and see you afterwards then. Bye-bye.